This is Transport Inc. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Mini Metro, except where Mini Metro is basically a very minimalist puzzle game. Transport Inc. takes the same basic concept and makes an actual simulation game out of it with all the details. So I'm going to start a new run here, but I'm playing in story mode, which is divided up into chapters where each chapter teaches you a few new game mechanics. So I'm not all the way through it yet. I'm not sure how many chapters there are. I think there's at least 10. I've only just barely gotten to the point where I'm doing buses and trains. I haven't learned about airplanes yet, but planes, trains, and automobiles seems to be what this game is about. So the story of the game is kind of interesting. I am, I've inherited a business that I'm turning into a transport empire, but I'm doing illegal things, and my dad, who's been involved in the business so far, is disappointed in me. So this is a game about planes, trains, automobiles, and daddy issues. To get my mind off the troubles with my father, I decided to pay my old cargo acquaintance a visit in the UK. I spoke to him about my situation, even telling him about the illegal cargo. Unlike my father, he understood my vision. He was supportive and wanted to get involved to help me. My casual trip to visit an old friend had quickly changed into a major business trip. After looking over some of my financial documents, he made me get a loan for more vehicles. If we were going to do this together, we had to be more aggressive. With a new partner, the business was back to full speed. So it's unlocking new types of trains for me, some new kinds of events, and most importantly, the ability to take loans out at a bank. So here's the map. Here, let me pause the game real quick. Here's the map. So the very first game of this I played started in Germany. Then I moved on to France, and now I'm in the UK. The way the game works basically is you've got these cities. You click on a city, and it tells you what travel opportunities there are from the city. Here, there's about 21 people per day or per whatever. Just 21 people who typically are waiting to take some kind of transit method from Newcastle upon Tyne down to Hull. And similarly, if I click on Newcastle, Hull shows the same number. So there's just 21 people who want to commute between Newcastle and Hull. And similarly, Norwich has 116 people, 20 fancy people, and 105 cargo. And you can see these connections. You see these gray road connections going between the towns, and these sort of yellow rail lines. So all of these are sort of different ways that these towns can be connected to each other. Events can shut down certain roads. There's a lot of sort of random things that can happen that can get in your way. And so you want to diversify. You want to have a lot of different things going on. So if something gets held up, your income stream isn't hurt too much. You start out with $350,000, I guess, monies. And you've got some goals. So down here, I want to transport 80,000 economy passengers, 20,000 first class passengers, and 70,000 cargo shipments. So I got to do a lot of diverse things, and that's a pretty aggressive goal. And so I'm betting that the whole point of that aggressive goal is they want me to have to take out a bank loan in order to keep up with it, because there are other transport empires all across Europe who are all going to be going for the same goal. If somebody else gets there first, I lose. In fact, you can see, you can't see it because it's behind my head right here, but it's showing what the other transport empires have been accomplishing right here. And so I can sort of gauge my progress against them. And if I'm on top, great. If I'm falling behind, I get a little bit desperate and maybe I'll go to the bank for a loan. So Sengatsu says the map feels like Mini Metro had a kid with Crusader Kings. So Crusader Kings is on my list, by the way. Crusader Kings 3, which just came out. I want to play that game because what they do with the dynasties of characters seems so interesting and seems so relevant to my work. But I'm also intimidated by it because it's a very big and complex game that, people at my office, some of them have really gotten into it and they're like, oh yeah, I've been playing this game for 20 hours and I'm just getting into the meat of it. And I'm like, oh, holy crap. I don't know if I can handle it, but I want to give it a try. At least play through the beginning to see how it works. Anyway, so what I want to do is, so eventually, once I've got trains and stuff, this route between Norwich and Newcastle, where I've got 116 people I can transport, that's gonna be really, really powerful. I can't afford that kind of thing yet, and so I might want to grab something a little bit smaller, like, oh man, London's got some big ones too. So let's start with Hull. Hull's just got some very simple, low ambition routes that I can follow. So let's start with Hull to Newcastle on roads, and then let's buy our first bus. So I can afford quite a few things because I got my initial starting cash, but let's keep it light. Let's just grab a simple, cheap, fast bus to go along that route. And then similarly, let's claim another route going to Norwich. And this one's got, what was the size of this? I think it was 30 something. Let's grab this bus here that's got a capacity of 28, and it's also got a high comfort rating, so people are really going to want to take it, and maybe they'll pay more for it. So I'll have that bus go there, and then 52 to Birmingham. So let's grab an even bigger bus. And this is going to kind of tap me out on cash a little bit. Okay, so I've got 3 buses. Let's unpause. So you can see each of these buses is filling up with passengers and traveling the route that I've given them. And then when they land at their destination, they're going to dump all the passengers and grab new ones. Pretty straightforward, right? Like here, this one's arriving at Newcastle, and you'll see it sort of dumps the 20 people, and I make some money from it, and then they pick up more people and they come back. Now notice that each of the buses is filling up completely. That means I can probably charge more for the ride. So, like for instance, down here, I'm charging $50 for each person. What if I raise it to 55? Well, I'm not going to be able to see it because all of the buses are on top of each other. But, okay, see, it only filled up to 10. So, those 10 other people, they were unwilling to pay the $5. So let's drop it down to 52 and see what happens. So they arrive at Newcastle now. We drop off those 10 people who were willing to pay the 55, and now we pick up 16. So it looks like $50 actually probably is the ideal price, because getting 4 more people to pay $50 is probably more valuable than having these 16 people pay, $3 more each, right? What's 3 times 16? That is less than what I get. So there's some like delicate math you can do in your head to maximize your profitability. Now, I think that this 28 seater, let's look at our buses. Oh wait, it doesn't give me that information. The 28 seater, it's more luxurious. People might be willing to pay more for the 28 seater, so let's put that up to 55 and see what happens. So when it arrives at Hull, it'll drop off the 28. We'll see how many more people it picks up in Hull. Drops them off. Okay, so 28 people will pay $55. I can keep raising the rates until I start to see a drop-off in passengers. Let's move a little bit faster. Still have not tapped out these people's willingness to pay. Let's go up to 6. Let's go up to 70. See what happens. Okay, they're really unhappy with 70. So maybe let's just say 63. 63 good? There we go. Okay, so anyway, enough messing with prices. You'll notice that these buses all have green bars that are going down. That's basically the buses falling into disrepair and needing maintenance. So at some point that's going to become important. It's not quite important yet though. So I'm starting to make money. Eventually I'll get back up to the 350k I had initially. Let's start. So I can eventually buy trains. It costs $200,000 to just even start buying trains. So I'm not quite ready for that yet, because trains have much larger capacity and they move faster, so you can make money with them very quickly, but they're expensive to get started with. Oh, wait a minute. This is the level where I'm supposed to learn about banks. So you know what? Let's pause real quick and let's take out a loan. So I can take out a huge loan. That's gonna have a monthly payment of $39,000. That's a lot. How often do months happen? I'm not even sure. Looks like I don't even know how the calendar works. That might be a lot, but if I can use that to both unlock trains and buy a train, it might be worth it. Let's try. Let's just go over the top and see what happens. So let's ask for a loan. All right. Looks like we've got a loan. Now let's unlock trains. So unlock trains for 200k. And now, that's what I feared. So I've got not quite enough to afford a passenger train because they cost $300,000 at minimum. And there's a fancy passenger train that costs $1 million, which we do not have. So, okay, I think if we just keep playing for a little bit, we can get up to at least 300k because the route I want to follow. Yeah, so, okay, looks like Norwich to Newcastle. Oh, interesting. So when they grab people from Norwich to take them to Hull, does that actually reduce also the people who want to go from Norwich to Newcastle? Let's look at this. Okay, so this one picks up people. Okay, it doesn't. Looks like just some event raised it. Okay, so this route from Norwich to Newcastle is one that is definitely train worthy. It's got 100 people, and the train can transport 80. So I'm hungry for that. Let's see if we can actually get up to the 300k that it'll cost to buy that train. So yeah, this trip with the 46 people is the one that's my bread and butter here. This 28 isn't that bad either. The 20, not that great. Getting so close. One more stop from this guy. It's gonna probably do it. There we go. Okay, so let's grab the train route from Newcastle to Norwich and then drop this guy on it. Oh, the train's only filling up with 42 people. So we probably have to charge less to get it full. Let's see what happens when it lands at Norwich. Okay, yeah, so it is price sensitivity, so let's take it down to 40. We can fill it up each time. Oh, wait a minute. But the people don't recharge fast enough for filling it up to be valuable. So I think... Oh, it got 80. And is this going to go up? Will Norwich get up to 80 before it arrives home again? Let's see. Because there's no point in charging so little. Okay, so let's see. It fills up with 80 people. Will Newcastle get to 80 before it arrives? If it does, then great. We can charge what we're charging. If not, we should probably charge more just to, like, carry fewer people. Okay, so it drops folks off. Waits a second, and then it does get 80. Okay, looks like we're pretty balanced there then. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. And then I didn't actually pay attention to how much money it's making each time it makes this trip. Because it looks like it doesn't take it much longer to make this trip than it takes these cars to go on these shorter routes. Yeah, so it's making 13,000. So that's way more than the other cars. So it is the other vehicles, and it is worth it. So folks are talking about my desire to play Crusader Kings in the chat. Sengatsu says, don't do it, Jeff. Don't play Crusader Kings. Don't sacrifice your life to the monster. And Smug Rainbow Pony says, if anything, read the manual or something, or maybe get someone to help you like you did with Cultist Simulator. Maybe so. Oh, Smug Rainbow Pony says, this game reminds me of how bummed I am that Mini Motorways isn't available yet. So it is available if you get Apple Arcade. I've been playing Mini Motorways on Apple Arcade. In fact, I think I've got a video of it somewhere. Yeah, Friendly Wombat says, Crusader Kings is just impenetrable to me. I'm an impatient enough player. I will not be surprised if it's impenetrable to me too. Okay, so these vehicles are starting to get a little bit maintenance needing. I can't say words, so I have to keep an eye on that. We'll have to start worrying about maintenance pretty soon. So I've definitely... I need to make money faster than this. So I've got enough that I can invest in something. I don't want to go below the 40k that I need to pay on my loan. How often does that come due again? Looks like it might have already come due at some point recently. Are these weeks leading up to months? I'm not sure. Anyway, so let's find some more money we can make. I like to have all my routes connected to each other. I don't think that's actually necessary, though. So it looks like London to Nottingham. 72 people, that's not bad. And 24 fancy people, or 106 cargo. Let's see what... So we could send one of these, or actually, this vehicle might be interesting. It has 2 types of passengers that it serves. So actually, this one might be even better, but it's really expensive. So, yeah, so let's grab this one that serves 2 different types of passengers. Stick it on there. Okay, so you can see this guy, he's not getting any luxury passengers, but he is filling up on economy passengers. So let's raise the economy passengers price. Oh, crap, the road's closed. You're going to have to wait. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Let's reduce the price of the luxury tickets and see what happens. I guess we'll have to take... Yeah, we got to wait. And then 8 days. The road can't be used for some time. So the thing I don't know is, how can I get them to take a detour? I've been told that I can tell my buses to take detours when the roads are closed. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I'm having another problem. I'm having protests. The drivers are on strike. I'm not paying them enough. Okay, so let's raise this until they're happy and then pay them off. Okay, cool. Well, that costs something, but okay, so this bus is now filling up. So maybe we can raise the fare prices even more. Oh, okay. Luxury passengers didn't like that. They like it even less now that I've... All right, let's take that down a little bit more. But I'm still filling up with economy. Okay, seriously, my economy passengers are actually willing to pay more than my luxury passengers. That doesn't make any sense. But whatever. Okay, I am starting to worry about the maintenance situation. So let's make a depot. Cost 25k. And now I can, let's see here. I'll open up the depot, and now I can drag this bus into the depot and say, finish your route and then come here for repairs. So you'll see that this bus drops off its passengers, and then it goes into maintenance mode. So it's going to drive over here, drop itself off at the depot, and now it's going to sit here in the depot and repair. It can't repair all the way up, though. Each time you repair it, it's kind of capped a little lower. I'm not sure what happens when a bus gets all the way down. Like, do you have to just completely replace it? Not sure. But now, manually repairing your buses is a pain. What you should do is hire a manager who can auto repair your vehicles. So just drag your vehicles in here, including the... Come on, finish up. Finish up. Get done. See, oh, he already put one in there. Okay, so where did... Oh, I have to manually take them out again? Good to know. So yeah, put them all... So the manager costs money. Looks like a monthly payment of $300. But now they will handle the repairs on all of my buses. You have to hire a different manager to manage your train. So when my train gets down, I'll hire a manager for the train too. In the meantime, so you can see it's tracking how many passengers and stuff picked up. I have not picked up any cargo shipments yet. So I should probably figure out a good place for cargo. How much do cargo trains cost? Not that bad, actually. The cheapest train is a cargo train. Does 80 cargo. That's about what goes between London and Birmingham, but I'm betting it doesn't recharge fast enough. Are there any other cargo routes? Ooh, Liverpool to London is crazy. That 452 cargo wants to go there. let's do that one. So eventually I could actually put this 500k train on there, but for now let's do the 200k train. So yeah, it fills all the way up, so I could probably charge more for the cargo. See what happens when it gets to London. Empties out. Picks it back up again. Yeah, wow. People really want to move. I wonder if the amount of demand and therefore the amount of money it charges has anything to do with how many, like how much demand there is, like how much cargo is available. Oh, okay, so no, it did not like that price change. So let's put it back down to 40. Let's let that work. What else can I do? So yeah, whenever I store up some money, I just want to make a new route. This is very, this game is all about just sort of like continuously increasing your capacity to make money. Spend money to make money. That's what this game's about. Okay, so Edinburgh to Swansea. Wow. Actually, how do you get from Belfast to Newton Stewart? Can you? What happens if I try to do this? Okay, it can't. So it looks like, so I've got Belfast. Do I need to use airplanes? Does like Dublin maybe have an airport that I can like send people to, or? Yeah, I don't know how that works. Anyway, unfortunately, I can't click on these cities to get a preview of what travel opportunities are over here yet. How much does it cost to move into Ireland? 110k. Yeah, let's buy access to Ireland and then see what options we have here. Ooh, so yeah, I can. So there is an airport in Dublin. So maybe when I eventually unlock planes, I'll be able to fly people to Newton Stewart and Liverpool from Dublin. In the meantime, though, it looks like Dublin to Limerick might be an interesting route. So let's go Dublin to Limerick. Let's grab a train for passengers. And that blasts through a bunch of my money, but it's full up. Let's charge more. Let's charge even more. See you later, Wearing Orb. Thanks for joining me. All right. So is it actually recharging that much each time? So, okay, so it's waiting a minute until the people recharge. That's interesting. So I guess if it arrives and demand is such... Oh, interesting. Wow, they get mad at that fare really fast. And demand is such... I think they must calculate the demand first and say, okay, this many people will do it. We'll use the train at this cost. And then they'll wait until they've got that many people available. Weird. Wow, they've dropped way down. I wonder, was there some temporary event going on? Maybe there was a temporary event that was making people more willing to pay. Or, oh no, maybe it's because I'm just tapping out the people. Interesting. There's so many different little factors to balance here. So apparently it doesn't just wait until the town fills up. Okay, it's going to be moving 40, but it's going to be moving at a pretty high price, so... Yeah, and I'm up to 404 now, so... So it looks like I'm on track with the economy passengers. I need to do more cargo and more first class. So let's see what I can do. So London... It is moving cargo back and forth to... It's moving so much cargo back and forth to Liverpool. I think 500k was how much the bigger cargo train cost. We're so close to 500k. Oh, wait. I need to grab a train depot. Oh wait, let's not build it in the same town. Let's build it in Birmingham. So let's build a train depot. Let's hire a train manager. And let's put my trains in the train manager's pocket. And, oh, I'm betting that this train can't get to the rail depot, so I probably need a rail depot here as well. Okay. So yeah, so this guy's going in for repairs in Birmingham. Okay, well that cost a bunch of money, so we don't have 50k yet, but if we, 500k yet, but if we get up to 500k, then I'll be able to buy a much larger cargo train here, which is going to make much better progress towards my 70,000 goal. So far, I'm doing much better on economy passengers. You can't see the goals behind me, but I'm doing much better on economy passengers than the other competition, but they're doing way better on luxury and cargo, so I need to definitely catch up there. Looks like my luxury passengers... Oh, here's some. Okay, so... Newton to Newcastle. Actually, you know, I'll come back to that one in a minute, because I can actually afford... Yeah, I can afford the fancy train. So let's buy a fancy train. Fancy train. Okay, so people are willing to pay 40 here, so I'm going to raise that to 40. So now I've got a lot more cargo moving between London and Liverpool. In fact, I might even be able to do more. Alright, so anyway, Newton Stewart to Newcastle on Tyne. That's luxury passengers. It's how many? It's 23. I'm betting they'll recharge during the trip, so I think I'll wait till I have 120k and have this fancier luxury car that carries 20 rather than the crappier one that carries 12. So, because even though this is a bigger upfront investment, over time it'll definitely earn out its that cost difference. Ooh, except people don't want to pay 80, huh? Let's try 75. Get in there. Ooh, wow. They really want me to lower the prices. They're pretty aggressive up here in the north. Is 18, maybe 18's fine. I don't know. Man, I gotten used to trains. Buses feel so slow now. Oh my gosh, you picky northerners. Inverness. Well, I guess... Yeah, we can do some cargo here. Sure, why not? Let's do some cargo. Cargo trucks. Wait, how much did it say this was? 50? Okay, let's grab one of these guys then. And you have to manually... You can't just sort of decide that every new vehicle you make gets managed by the manager. You have to actually manually drag them into the manager's pocket. And it's easy to forget, but luckily the icons of the buses as they're traveling around have a little manager icon on the corner to tell you that, so you can sort of visually catch, like, oh yeah, like this train, I never put this train on a manager. So let's grab this train, drag it in, there we go. Okay. So I could buy access to France if I really want to go crazy here. What's going on in Plymouth? Absolutely crap is going on in Plymouth. What about... Yeah, my opportunities here are kind of limited. In fact, I probably shouldn't have invested in Ireland. Ireland's not giving me a whole ton to work with here. So let's let's buy access to France. Oh, wait. Oh, that costs 500? Yeah, France is pretty fancy. Okay, so it's got a lot of cities. So I guess I'll wait until I can afford France, because that's just got to be my next move. So that's going to cost 515. How's my loan doing? Oh, hey, look at this. Whoa, I can take out a much bigger loan now. Ooh, that is very tempting. No, 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 no. Live within your means. Live within your means. All right, let's buy access to France. I need more luxury passengers, definitely, by a huge amount. Okay, so, for instance, Calais to London. 125 cargo. That's pretty good. Oh, and Calais down to Clermont-Ferrand. Lots and lots of luxury. That's what I need. Okay, well, let's quickly... actually, I don't need a rail route for that. Let's do... Oh, there's... Oh, that's right. The Channel is a rail route. That's the only kind of route I can do between Calais and London. So that's fine. Let's grab a train. Let's grab the smallest... Oh, I can't afford it. Okay. Bank. You won me over. Boink. Huge loan. Let's grab our smallest... This is not the shop. Let's grab our smallest one of these. This is not going to be cost effective. I don't know why I'm doing this. All right, but that luxury route from Calais down to Clermont. Wait, was it 33 before? I feel like I was more impressed with that before. Ooh, okay. Paris has got a lot of first-class passengers. So what I should do probably is put another depot in Paris so that I can put a bunch of routes here. So let's go to Le Mans and Bordeaux, and let's grab some buses. Ooh, okay, so Bordeaux wants both types of passengers. We can send a double-decker. Notice, when I put it on a route that's two potential destinations, you get to choose which one. So we're going to Bordeaux. Apparently they want their luxury tickets to be a little bit cheaper. Fine. And then Le Mans, was it Le Mans? Yeah, Le Mans also wanted to have luxury buses, so let's do that. Paris to Le Mans. And let's see if my new price fills up the bus. Kind of almost fills up the bus. Fine. Let's reduce it just a little bit more. And let's raise the prices on the economy passengers. See how that goes. Yep, that's working. Okay, so I'm starting to get more more first class going. Looks like this Paris route, though, it could probably handle another bus of the same size. One thing you notice, because I already set the economy and first class price here, the new bus just inherits the same prices that I set, which is great. Way easier than making me manage it for every single bus. So one thing I have learned is it actually is often cheaper to run multiple buses on the same route than to try to get one bigger bus. But it looks like we are just not tapping this out at all. Let's just throw another one on there. Oh, not enough money. How expensive is this bus? Oh, I think I just had to make a loan payment. That's probably why I dropped. So let's... Okay, so now I can afford it. Okay, so I think we're doing the luxury trade at like a steady clip here. Let's see what else is going on. Anybody need cargo? Oh wait, Paris to Le Mans does want cargo, about 115, and it's a short route, so it probably can't recharge that much. So let's grab this kind of truck. Paris to Le Mans. Oh, it only fills up to 70. Let's charge less. That fills it up. Might fill it up too much. Let's see how quickly it recharges. Can it get back up to the 115 or something before the truck gets back there? If it can't, then it's probably not worth it to charge so little. It can get up to 90, but it's gonna... Yeah, it's gonna be losing. Oh well, it's fine. Notice, by the way, this competing company is starting to encroach on my territory here. They're going to be sucking passengers out of the same cities that I'm going to want to suck passengers out of. So that can be a problem. Look, oh, they're running luxury people on this same route. Because I haven't tapped it out. Okay, so Brest to Nantes wants... Yeah, I can probably do one of those. So let's throw this guy on there. Oh, again, I've forgotten to drop these guys in the manager's pool. One at a time. Grab all... Dang it, come here. Grab all these vehicles. Drag them into the manager's pocket. All right. So I think you get the picture, right? I mean, I'm so far from these goals. It's going to take me... This is actually my first very long-term scenario that I've been given. And so rather than staying here and watching me trying to get all the way from my current 28,000 economy passengers all the way up to 80, or get up to 20,000 first class or 70,000 cargo, let's cut it short here. Let's save the game. And let's not call it autosave, bunch of random annoying numbers. Oh, that's 9/11/2021. Got it. Anyway, so let's just name that save, and we'll get out of here. But that's Transport Inc., right? It's really interesting because they give you all these really sort of delicate knobs to tweak to maximize how much money you're making, and then they make it really important for you to either make the most money or transport the most people, which depends on you making the most money to afford the vehicles to transport the most people. So it's like you can't ever get it exactly perfect, and so you feel like it's this sort of optimization and tuning challenge, which is really interesting. So there's Transport Inc. for you. It's pretty cool. It taps into my love of Mini Metro, but it's not the type of game that I can as easily just sort of like listen to a podcast and absolutely play. I end up having to think about it and focus on it a little bit more than a game like Mini Metro. So if that's the kind of thing you're into, that's really cool. Smug Rainbow Pony says, I'm glad this game doesn't have you trace your own tracks like, in City Skylines or Cities in Motion. Yeah, so this is definitely much more a game about strategizing about the economic side of it and not the physical layout, which is, it takes all kinds, right? So anyway, we'll wrap this up and go do something else. Glad I had some caffeine before this so I can actually play a bunch of slow-paced games before I'm falling asleep.